All right, hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Scholastic Sports season here on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff with newest member of our team, Ed Gorski.
Good morning, Brian.
And we are live at Maxwell Field in Wildwood, and we'll have the Wildwood Warriors facing off against Mapleshade here in the season opener for both teams. Kind of a strange starting time, 10 a.m. on the Friday of Labor Day weekend. And this is what they consider to be week 0 in the high school football schedule in South Jersey. And there's a lot of buzz around this Wildwood team, Ed. They have a lot of players back, and they're expected to be improved from their 2-6 mark from a year ago. The one thing that's worth monitoring, though, is they are a bit short-handed here today. One of their key players, Trevor Troiano, suffered an injury playing basketball about a month ago, and he still has yet been cleared to play. And a lineman, a big kid, Jack Fullerton's also out with injury. And they have a couple of players that were expected to start that are out on suspension because of leaving the sideline during an altercation at a game last year. So we'll see how this plays out. But a lot of players back for this Wildwood team. And they're going to send out their captains here for the coin toss. And it's going to be Eric Jordan, number 77, Liam Carmel, number 51, and the starting quarterback, Jordan Dozier Pinkett.
Yeah, Brian. Coach Loomis back again for another year, and this is going to be a great year for him. Experience coming back, over 7 players with prior experience, including a quarterback who can throw the ball and run the ball and really is a great threat to opposing defenses. Looking at Mapleshade.
And excuse me one second, Ed, Lenny Addy, number 62, and Aaron Robertson, number 53, are Mapleshade's captains. Mapleshade wearing the blue uniforms with gold trim, blue helmets. Wildwood in the all-white uniforms with white helmets and the maroon numbers.
Almost like a whiteout here at Maxwell Field. Getting back to the Mapleshade football team, they are also coming off a trying 2 years with only 2 wins in the last 2 years. Their head coach, Imian Powell, actually played for Chip Kelly at the University of New Hampshire back in the day, so he has incorporated some of Chip Kelly's offensive schemes, he said, and what he's looking to do today is just execute, build confidence, and really do nothing special except stop the points from Wildwood on the board and put points from themselves on the board.
The officials for the game, the referee is Joe Engelhart. The umpire is Lamar Fisher. The head linesman is Anthony Perfetti. The line judge is Gary Kaiser. Side judge is Eric Green. The field judge is Henry Wimberg. And the clock operator, the locally famous Dr. Jeff Koditek.
Looks like Wildwood has won the coin toss, Brian.
Now we'll see if they take the ball or defer. And they are going to defer. So Mapleshade will get the ball to start the game. One thing that we're looking at with Wildwood, Ed, is we're expecting some improved special teams. And a lot of that work was done by one of their new assistant coaches, Frank Rigitano. Who a longtime head coach at Middle Township.
Legendary Frank.
Yeah, and he's really worked with the kickers and punters and the special teams all together. So we'll see how that goes on this opening kickoff. They're using Ryan Gilligan, who's a lineman and linebacker, as their kicker, and he's got a pretty good leg. During pre-game warm-ups, Ed, he was hitting probably about 60% of his tries from about 32 yards. So the field goal and the extra point could be a weapon for Wildwood this year. Wildwood's a team that traditionally would go for 2 points every time they scored a touchdown because they just didn't have a kicking game. And Ryan's also their punter. And he's improved from what they've had. He's improved over what they've had over the last few years. And we appreciate all the sponsors that help us bring you these games. You got the Mud Hen Brewing Company, Crest Savings Bank, Hall's Carpet Care, the original hotspot on the Wildwood Boardwalk, Ribeyes, the City of Wildwood Recreation, North Wildwood Recreation, the Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood, Troiano and Sons Masonry, One-Off Marketing, the Law Office of Seth Fuscellaro, Casiello Basketball, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels, Cabrera Companies, Square One Design, Simonsen and McClelland, and of course we also picked up one of our new sponsors in TKM Insulation. And there's always opportunities to sponsor. You can contact us through our Facebook page or through our website, capeatlanticlive.com. So
outstanding. Beautiful day here, Brian, at Maxwell Field.
Braden Howard, number 2, and Cole Mulcahy, number 4, are back deep for Mapleshade.
Wildwood will be kicking from the right to left, south to north.
And here's Ryan Gilligan to kick it for the Warriors.
Here we go.
And he boots it toward, it's caught at the 20. And running up the middle of the field. Good hit there. Good hit there by Gilligan, actually.
Gilligan, the kicker, makes the tackle. Terrific wrap-up.
So Mapleshade will start 1st and 10 at their own 35.
It's 1st and 10.
Mapleshade's quarterback, Donovan Overby Washington, a junior, rookie quarterback for Mapleshade. Didn't get a lot of reps last year. This team is a senior-driven team. There's about 32 players on the team, 11 which are seniors.
Ed mentioned Emian Powell, the Mapleshade head coach. Wildwood coached by Ken Loomis. He's in his 10th season. Quarterback for Mapleshade, Donovan Overby Washington. He's a junior. Takes the snap. He's going to fire out in the flat. It is incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Braden Howard. Was thrown a little high, and then that got dangerous, Ed, because Howard tipped that ball in the air, and had a Wildwood player been in the vicinity, that could have been an interception.
Davon Williams was looking inside. If he had looked outside and took a step to his left, he might have had a pick six going the other way.
And one of the members of the chain gang, Ed, I know this is going to surprise you, the world-famous Ed McGann.
Unbelievable. He's everywhere.
Overby Washington again in the shotgun. Ivan Alejandro Rodriguez behind him is the running back. They fake it. They're going to throw it deep down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. So they had the safeties coming up there, and the intended receiver was Cole Mulcahy. He got behind everyone, but it was thrown over his head.
It was thrown in the wrong side of his hands, too, Brian, if there's such a thing. He had nobody in front of him. Had he caught that at the 40, he would have been off and running.
And I think Overby Washington, Ed, had some time, and I think he saw his teammate so wide open, he rushed the throw. And I think if he took his time, that's a touchdown.
First game jitters a little bit, Brian. That's to be expected.
Yeah, the D-backs kind of bit on that play fake there, and Wildwood dodged the bullet. 3rd and 10 for Mapleshade. So big 3rd down early in this game. No score, just 16 seconds into the game. This is a handoff. And good hit. They're going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. That's a nice run there by Sean Headley.
And a great tackle by the Warriors, Eric Jordan, number 77. He's a senior with a lot of experience and a big size to get around for the Warriors.
And it looks like Mapleshade's going to send the punting unit out. It's Owen Pietro, a junior, standing back at his own 25. And for Wildwood, it's Gianni Troiano, a junior, standing at his own 30.
A little confusion on the sideline there with the substitution for the Warriors.
It looks like they got the right personnel out there. You're right, Ed. They had a player run on, and then they quickly pulled him off. Good snap, not much of a rush. The kick is angled toward the middle of the field, and Wildwood's just going to let that bounce, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Ball down.
First look for the Warriors. Experienced quarterback, Jordan Dozier Pinkett.
Yeah, Justice Santiago will be the starting running back today.
Wildwood.
And they usually spread the field. They'll have 4 receivers in the game. Davon Williams, Rasheem Jones, Matt Mayer, and Gianni Troiano. And no seniors among those receivers, and 2 of them, Mayer and Jones, are freshmen.
some bright future for the Warriors.
They kind of list Mayer as a tight end, but he's really going to be split out. You see him, number 15, in the slot there. Dozier standing at his own 20. Takes the snap, hands it off, and Justice Santiago is met by a absolute gang of tacklers. Not much blocking up front by Wildwood there. It's a loss of 5.
Number 55, Chris Sherry for Mapleshade popped that ball up, and Santiago was able to grip it back in the air and avoid a costly fumble there. Good concentration because he had about 4 blue shirts looking him in the face.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 15 for Wildwood. You know, they were primarily a throwing team last year. I know they want to try to run the ball a little bit more this year, but that was not a good start for them, and we'll see if they take it to the air here. Dozier looking, fires, caught, but a great tackle out there by Mason Simon. Pass was caught by Rasheem Jones, but this is going to be another loss of about 4.
Another loss on the play.
Simon, a junior linebacker / safety, great coverage, and one of the standout leaders for Mapleshade. 9:26 left here in the first quarter, no score.
But Wildwood facing a 3rd and 19 at their own 16. Thanks for joining us here on opening day of high school football for Wildwood here on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Screen pass. They get it out to Santiago. He gets a couple. That's about it.
Santiago on the
And Wildwood will have to punt. That's the first positive yards. It's only a pickup of about 2.
Aaron Robertson, a senior linebacker and wide receiver for Mapleshade on the coverage. And speaking with Coach Powell before the game, he has some interest to play next year, but primarily is a standout baseball player for Mapleshade.
So it's going to bring up 4th and about 4th and about 17.
4th and 17 on
for Wildwood. And Gilligan standing back just outside his own 5-yard line to punt. Now they'll do like the rugby-style punt. He moves over to his right. It's a pretty good kick. It's caught right near midfield, and a tackle is missed. And bouncing it outside is Cole Mulcahy, and now he's finally taken down at the Wildwood 35-yard line.
Liam Carmel, number 51 for the Warriors, had him wrapped up at the 48 and just was not able to bring him down. A good spinning run by Mapleshade there to bring the ball into Warrior territory. 8:05 in the first quarter here, Maxwell Field. Beautiful Friday morning game. If you're out and about, stop by. Check us out, CapeAtlanticLive.com online. Brian Kniff and Ed Gorski bringing you football action, West Jersey non-division league football action with the Warriors and the Mapleshade Wildcats.
So 1st and 10 at the Wildwood 36 to handoff. Oh, good hit. Great play.
Great tackle
off the edge there.
Santiago, it looks like.
By Justice Santiago.
Santiago he was actually in the backfield, Brian, before the ball was handed off, which was a great coverage and read the play perfectly and stopped Mapleshade for about a 1-yard loss on that play. 7:39 in the first quarter, no score. Mapleshade Wildcats here at Maxwell Field playing our home Wildwood Warriors.
On a beautiful day, well, for most people, it's probably a little warm for the football players, and hopefully they can handle this well. Direct snap to the quarterback. It's a keeper, and he's got the first down and more as Overby Washington picks up about 13 and a first down.
Rasheem Jones, number 11, a freshman, Brian, with a great tackle to avoid a big problem with him breaking it to the outside and possibly going in for a touchdown.
Called a gain of 12 as they mark it back at the 23-yard line.
Of Wildwood.
Four receivers for the Wildcats of Mapleshade. Single setback.
Another pass, they're going to swing it out. That could be a backwards pass. That might be a fumble. There's no whistle. Picking it up is Maple Shade's number 22, Sean Headley.
You got a flag on the play.
And now we have a flag down as well.
Everybody on the Wildwood sideline, Brian, saw that as a backwards pass, and it was a backwards pass. It was about 4 or 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And one of the things that is always taught in football at the youth levels, Ed, is you play till the whistle. And there was no whistle. Now Wildwood is going to catch a break here because of the penalty. The illegal block. If Wildwood had covered that well, Ed, it would have been a loss of 5 or 6, and then you just decline this penalty.
Correct.
But now it'll drop it back and make it 2nd and 20, or 1st and 20.
20-yard line for Maple Shade.
Ball's on the Warrior 34-yard line. Maple Shade threatening here early in the game. 6:15 left. First down and 20.
Yeah, they have second down. They have second down in the box over there, but it's actually first down. Overby watch rolling, fires, and nearly intercepted.
And we have a flag, Brian. We have
Almost intercepted by Santiago.
Santiago had it in his hands, and I think the intended receiver was able to knock it out of there.
There's a flag in the backfield. I believe it's going to be on Maple Shade for an illegal block.
Bringing up second down.
Referee talking with the Warrior staff on what they want to do about.
Yeah, I mean, Maple Shade thinks it's on them. They've moved back. Let's see what we got here. It is a hold, so this is a hold that'll move it back another 10.
Taking it back again.
We have a deep.
Bringing up second down.
They're making some yardage, but in the wrong direction.
It's still they have second down in the box. It's actually first down. Those two penalties on those two plays.
First down.
It's first down and 30. And now they finally fix the box on the opposite side.
6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. Maple Shade and Wildwood. A long way for the Wildcats of Maple Shade.
Looking downfield, floats it. Man's open. It's incomplete.
Great defensive play. Yeah. No flag on the play.
Yeah, Gianni Troiano did a great job of timing that he hit the receiver right as the ball arrived. That's a terrific defensive play.
Second down.
And the intended receiver, Jaden Robinson, was actually open, but that ball was in the air so long that Gianni Troiano was able to make up the ground.
There was a penalty.
So now there's some discretion on the sideline with Coach Loomis.
Well, I don't think the officials on the field are even sure here. It's actually second down.
They have,
but now they've changed it to third.
Timeout. Trying to figure out what down it is. I would take it.
After a short meeting with the Stripes, they're going to put everything.
After the quarterback ran for that first down, there were penalties on 2 consecutive plays. Now, the officials on the field are saying it's third down. It actually should be second. And I can't believe no one from the Maple Shade coaching staff has caught on to this.
They did.
Well, they've called a timeout. I don't know if they're doing this to talk to the officials. Now they're just going to talk to their team. This should be, it really should be second down, but they're calling it third. So on the timeout here, it gives us a chance to tell you again about our great sponsors that help us bring you these games. TKM Insulation, Simonsen and McClelland Assemblyman, Square One Design, Cabrera Companies, Balharbour Hotels, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Casiello Basketball, the law office of Seth Fuscellaro, One-Off Marketing, Troiano and Sons Masonry, the Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood Recreation, City of Wildwood Recreation, Ribeyes Steaks, freshest rolls around, Ed. The original hotspot.
Absolutely.
Although the original hotspot is close to Ribeyes, they may be tied. Hall's Carpet Care, Crest Savings Bank, and the Muden Brewing Company. And we appreciate all of those sponsors, and they're the ones that help us bring those games to you.
Outstanding services for our community.
Yes, and cover our
of 2025
high school athletes
Warrior football
here in southern Cape May County.
Also like to welcome
Some scores from last night, and yesterday, from Cape May County teams. Ocean City was a 32-0 winner over Oakcrest.
Wildwood High School.
Middle Township fell 29-7 at Gateway. And Lower Cape May, in Coach Bill Damiana's debut, beat Pinelands on the road 35-17. So here we are now on what the officials are saying is 3rd down and 30, even though we believe it should be 2nd down.
5:51 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
Back to pass. Not much of a rush. There's another hold. This is going to come back unless they stop the play. It's intercepted. Intercepted
He has
by
the sideline.
Davon Williams running down the near sideline, and he's taken out of bounds inside the 30. This flag is definitely on Maple Shade, so Wildwood will take the result of the play.
There was a hold in the backfield again, Brian. I believe.
Ryan Gilligan had a beat on the quarterback, and one of the interior linemen just grabbed his arm and spun him around right in front of the official. And so that was an easy flag. So this ball will definitely remain in Wildwood's favor at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, quarterback Washington wanted to make that pass, thought twice about it. He actually hesitated twice in the second hesitation, which gave Wildwood the interception. He probably should have either kept the ball or fired it farther out of bounds to his right. Nonetheless, Wildwood now deep into Maple Shade territory, 1st and 10 on the Maple Shade 30-yard line.
The Davon Williams, the sophomore, with the interception and a 42-yard return to put Wildwood in good field position. Dozier Pinkett in the shotgun, takes the snap, he's going to pass. Throws to Santiago, and he's ushered out of bounds. That's a good tackle out in space by Mason Simon, and it goes for no gain.
You can see that Santiago and Wildwood's quarterback, Pinkett, have a good relationship and are very comfortable throwing to one another, which has to give Coach Loomis a nice peace of mind with the experience that they have this year. Unusual for Wildwood to have such deep experience coming back for this season.
You can make an argument. Trevor Troiano is certainly one of the top 2 or 3 players on this team. His injury is certainly a big hole for Wildwood to overcome today. 2nd down and 9. They gave Santiago a gain of 1 on that swing pass. Rolling now to the right is Dozier. He's being chased. He's going to throw, and this is intercepted. And he threw that pretty much directly in between 2 receivers. And Braden Howard with the interception.
Howard, a sophomore for Maple Shade, actually just played center field on that ball. There wasn't much on the pass, and it was thrown almost directly to him. Unfortunate for the Warriors as Maple Shade stops any attempt that Wildwood had at scoring to go up here in the first quarter. Nonetheless, Maple Shade will have the ball on their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10 to go.
So no score in this one, 5:16 to go first quarter. Teams have traded possessions, traded punts, and now they've traded interceptions. And this is Maple Shade's 3rd offensive possession.
Number 1.
Good tackle there by the Warriors. Again, we'll call his name again. Justice Santiago's doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball for Wildwood.
Sean Headley with the 3-yard gain. Santiago, it almost was fending off a blocker with his left arm and tackling Headley with his right arm all at the same time. That was a heck of a play. Because if Santiago doesn't get him, I think that's a pretty significant gain.
Bringing up 2nd and about
2nd and 7.
7.
Over B. Washington. He's been in the shotgun exclusively. Takes it. He's going to throw. Out in the flat.
Ooh.
Caught. That was almost picked off.
Almost picked off by Santiago again. Folks, we do have more than Santiago playing defense for the Warriors, although you wouldn't know it by the last couple series of plays. He's been everywhere and doing everything for the Warriors.
It's a gain of about 4.
I don't think
Number 2.
the Maple Shade quarterback ever saw Santiago in the flat.
Fortunately, he threw it high enough.
Threw it high and made the completion.
Down.
3rd and 3 for Maple Shade on their own 20-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Opening day for both teams here on a warm, sunny day at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski. Sean Kniff handling the camera for us here on Cape Atlantic Live, making his debut. Oh, and Wildwood jumps offside. This will give Maple Shade a first down.
Looks like
Not making Coach Loomis very happy with that with a 3rd and 3.
Maple Shade.
Now, Maple Shade will have the first down and move slowly down the field.
1st and 10.
That was a junior, Josh Miller, who jumped offside.
Maple Shade playing in the West Jersey Football League National Division with Bordentown, Florence, Burlington City, Lawrence, Pemberton, and Riverside that moved into that division.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 25-yard line. Overby Washington takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws. This is way short of his intended receiver, Cole Mulcahy. Mulcahy was well covered out there anyway.
There's
That was incomplete.
no way Washington saw anything. He had 3 white jerseys in his face, and he had to get rid of that ball rather quickly or get sacked for a big loss. Great defensive play by the Warriors on that play. 2nd and 10 for Maple Shade on their own 25-yard line. 3:15 left here in the first quarter. No score. Maple Shade Wildcats here at Maxwell Field to take on the home Wildwood Warriors.
2nd down and 10 after that incomplete pass. New running back, Justice Fennell Drummond in the backfield, number 21. Overby Washington studies the defense, takes the snap, floats it out to that new running back, and it goes in and out of his hands. Fennell Drummond couldn't come up with it, and it's incomplete.
Fennell Drummond.
Great coverage again by the Wildwood defense, Brian.
Pass. Bring it up.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have gone for a significant gain as it is, but the incomplete pass will make it 3rd and 10.
The interior linemen for Wildwood seem to be getting some penetration into the Maple Shade backfield.
And one of those guys, Ed, is Eric Jordan. He's a 4-year starter, and he is just a big kid. You know, he's 6'5", and he's actually slimmed down quite a bit, but he probably still goes about 230. But he's made himself a lot more athletic. He's lost a lot of weight as his career's gone on, and he's certainly a player to watch for Wildwood.
Definitely an anchor on the defense for the Warriors.
He's lined up at nose guard here. Back to pass. Thrown. Oh, what a great play. Tremendous play by Justice Santiago, jumping over the left shoulder of the intended receiver without contact and used the proper hand to knock it away. That is terrific defense by the Wildwood senior.
And looks like Maple Shade is going to punt the ball. Probably a good choice being deep in their own side of the field.
Gianni Troiano standing at about midfield.
Wildwood should get the ball in rather good position, Brian, here, barring any mishaps on the punt and return.
Oh, and Pietro. High snap, as Ed said, but not much of a rush. This is going to be a short kick. And Wildwood will walk away from it. It takes a Maple Shade bounce, but Wildwood will have pretty good field position at their own 46 to start their next possession.
No score here at Maxwell Field. 2:46 to go in the first quarter. Maple Shade and Wildwood opening week of West Jersey Football League action here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Brian Kniff and Ed Gorski here bringing you the action as we will all season, covering the local football teams, the Warriors, Middle Township Panthers, Lower Cape May Regional Tigers.
And Ed, this is a possession here where, you know, Wildwood just needs a first down. They have not gotten a first down yet. You know, their biggest play came on defense, that 42-yard return of the interception by Davon Williams. But they really need to just get a first down here and give themselves some confidence offensively. Dozier Pinkett takes the snap, back to pass, throws it out in the flat, incomplete. The intended receiver
Intended for number 15
was
Matthew
Matt Mayer. It was thrown a little too far for him.
2nd and 10 for Wildwood.
Yeah, Brian. Jordan Pinkett, the quarterback for Wildwood, was under great pressure from Ahmed Al-Kushurshi for Maple Shade. Another sophomore, and that's one of the things Coach Powell from Maple Shade said to me before the game. They are senior-driven with 11 seniors, but their sophomore class has some really standout players, and he has a great future here as the coach of Maple Shade in the next 2 years with the young kids they have on the team.
2nd and 10 for Wildwood. They're going to try. They fake a handoff. He's going to keep it. He's going to have a first down and more. And he does a good job securing the football as he goes down. And Jordan Dozier Pinkett picks up 11 or 12 and a first down.
And we'd love to say who tackled him, Brian, but there was about 6 blue shirts on the coverage of him to stop him from going any further. He definitely got deep into the secondary of Maple Shade, and there you go. You said they needed a first down for a little bit of a spark, and this might be what they needed for their first down of the game.
Well, it was a great play fake, and the outside linebacker really bit on that play fake, and that left the outside wide open for Jordan Dozier Pinkett to exploit the space and pick up 12 and a first down at the Maple Shade 43.
A little bit of a lengthy first quarter here, just coming up on the 2-minute mark. No score.
So 1st and 10 here for Wildwood. Going to try a handoff to Santiago, and he does a good job to pick up a yard. He was hitting the backfield.
He's a strong kid, Brian. He drug a Maple Shade player for a yard to make it a positive gain. A good hard run by Justice.
2nd down and 9 for Wildwood. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. No score. As we're working out the kinks. Usually we have the clock on our broadcast, but a little technical issue, and we were happy just to have the score up there, which to this point hasn't been needed because there is no score.
That may change soon, though. I have a feeling.
The clock approaching a minute to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 9. Dozier back to pass. Throws. Oh, man. Wow. He had a man open. Rasheem Jones was wide open right around that first down marker, and he threw it over his head.
Bring it up. 3rd down.
And Jordan had a little bit of time. He just rushed the throw a little bit and kind of went airmail on him and threw it about 10 feet above his head.
And that's a mechanic. I was talking to the Wildwood coaches, even going back to last year. That's a mechanical thing they've been working on with him. He tends, when he misses receivers, to miss them high. And it's something they've been working on with him. You can tell, Ed, he's second year as a full-time starter. He did start some games as a sophomore, but he's much more comfortable.
Absolutely.
He looks much more comfortable back there. 3rd down and 9 for Wildwood. He takes the snap, back to pass, has some time, throws it out, and it's incomplete. That's a nice defensive play out there by Braden Howard. The intended receiver was Rasheem Jones.
Flag on the play.
Good throw by Jordan.
I believe it was a late flag, Brian, that came in there.
I didn't see a flag. It almost looked like maybe a towel was dropped, but it looks like maybe there is.
He made such a great play. I was surprised that he wasn't there a little early.
The officials discussing.
I have a feeling whatever flag there was, they may be picking this up. Let's see.
Offset.
We have offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Both are offsetting penalties.
They're going to say it was a post-play infraction by the players from both teams, so the down counts.
Okay.
And it's 4th down.
Oh, it's 4th down.
I don't see Wildwood sending the punt unit out, Brian.
Well, they are on Maple Shade's side of the field.
And the defense has been playing pretty well, with the exception.
Let's see
of
what
one
they
play.
decide to do here.
For an official discussion.
Brian, this is a long first quarter. A long first quarter.
Welcome to Wildwood games.
And we've had more discussions with the officials than not.
Okay.
And there's not even any.
No, it is 4th and 9, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. The ball is on the 41-yard line of Mapleshade. You never know. This could be a situation here where maybe they try to draw Mapleshade offside, or well, now it looks like Dozier is going back into a punting formation. Yeah, and Coach Ken Loomis is a little unhappy with his kids with how they were lining up, and he has to call a timeout here.
So the first quarter just got longer is what you're saying. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff here at Maxwell Field, bringing you West Jersey Football League non-divisional action with the Warriors hosting the Mapleshade Wildcats. No score. Beautiful Friday morning kickoff for the Warriors. And the Warriors, coming off a 2-win season, look to build this year with a lot of experience coming back. Being a member of the West Jersey Football League United Division, that division hosts not only Wildwood but Palmyra, Bishop Eustace, Buna, Holy Cross, Kip School from Camden, and Lindenwold. So those teams, yes, Wildwood's on the road. They travel a little bit, but they are in a competitive division, and Coach Loomis looking to build on the 2-win season he had last year with some experience, some great talent, and a terrific coaching staff here at the Warriors' home in Wildwood, New Jersey. Outstanding day here. If you're out and about, swing by Maxwell Field. Come support the Warriors. Check out some football action.
All right, so they come out of the timeout here. Dozier is actually lined up at quarterback, but a little deeper. They could quick kick this. Let's see what they decide to do. Now he's going to throw. And he throws it over the middle, and it's caught. Oh, no, incomplete. Incomplete.
Wow.
Gianni Troiano really took a hit. And Ken Loomis is livid that there's no flag on a defenseless receiver. He is livid that there's no flag on this play.
Troiano is down and his helmet is off. The medical staff from both Mapleshade and from Wildwood went right out to him. Hopefully it's just the wind being knocked out of him, Brian. Not a good scene right now for the Warriors. I actually think, Brian, the referee or the official wasn't even watching it. He looked late to it after it already happened. He had caught the ball, and he got rocked.
Now, a lot of cat calls from the Wildwood faithful here about that non-call. And
Loomis is still livid and still ripping the officials.
Well, yeah, let's face it, Ed, the officials in that situation have to take control and tell the coach, you're out here to tend to your player, not scream at us.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to need to settle him down, or he's going to end up getting a penalty. I think he's looking for an explanation, which he's not really getting.
And Troiano walked off under his own power, which is great to see. Looks like he might have a bloody nose, but he's a tough kid. He is a Warrior, and he will be looked at by the medical staff of the Warriors here.
Yeah, I think that Wildwood felt that the Mapleshade player led with his head on that hit there.
40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mapleshade takes over with the ball on their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
To handoff inside, breaking a tackle. Now we have another flag coming in, and this is going to come back again. Mapleshade their linemen just can't keep their hands inside. This is going to be the 4th or 5th. Well, a couple of them were declined, or one was declined. but it's going to be at least the fourth hold or illegal block penalty on Mapleshade.
Yeah, very, very undisciplined so far by Mapleshade, and they are young on the line. Their seniors are in their skilled positions.
Holding penalty against Mapleshade.
No score here at Maxwell Field here in downtown Wildwood. 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
And, yeah, Mapleshade, they restart the clock after setting the football. I don't know if Mapleshade looks like they do want to snap the football before the end of the quarter. They don't have to, but it looks like they may.
1st and 20 on their own 31-yard line.
Overby Washington, inside 10 seconds, but they will snap the football. It's a fake handoff. Overby Washington throws it out on the outside. It's incomplete. It was a little too high for Braden Howard. That was the final play of the first quarter. And it's no score between Wildwood and Mapleshade. Gives us a chance one more time to tell you about all of our great sponsors, the Mud Hen Brewing Company, Crest Savings Bank, Hall's Carpet Care, the original hotspot, best gyros on the Wildwood Boardwalk, Ribeyes, freshest rolls around, the City of Wildwood Recreation Department, which runs this great facility here at Maxwell Field, the North Wildwood Recreation Department, the Anglesea Pub. I know Ed knows all about their wings down there. Troiano and Sons Masonry, One-Off Marketing, the law office of Seth Fuscellaro, Casiello Basketball, great grassroots basketball organization based here in Cape May County, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels at Farragut and the Beach in Wildwood Crest, Cabrera Companies. They do hospitality, property management, real estate, and more. Square One Design, and Simonsen and McClelland, New Jersey Assemblyman. So no score after the first quarter here between Wildwood and Mapleshade.
Yeah, Brian, and it's a somewhat of a kind of vanilla game so far. Not a lot happening inside either team's offensive end of the field. Some great defensive plays for the Warriors. The offense seems to be stalling with only one first down in the first quarter.
And also, don't forget our flagship sponsor, ULMER'S Appliance, who's behind all the production here. Matt Ulmer got us set up for all your appliance needs, appliance repair needs in Cape May County. Check out ULMER'S Appliance. And of course, we have Sean Kniff, Wildwood High School freshman, making his debut on the camera for us here at Maxwell Field. It's a little warm outside the press box, Ed. That sun's hot. He asked for a hat. So, second down and 20 for Mapleshade.
Mapleshade now moving. We have a clock problem.
Yeah, they just didn't reset the clock. That's all.
The game clock.
Waiting for that. And looks like we're about ready to go.
Hold on, we got to reset the clock.
It is week 0, Brian, and it's a new season, and we have new faces and new places, and working out the kinks.
I always love when someone like 10 seconds after the fact starts yelling. Yeah, they know. They're working on it.
We are
and now we're ready to go.
12 minutes back up on the clock. The start of the second quarter here. No score. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff, bringing you West Jersey football action on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
Overby Washington takes the snap. This is a handoff. And some good running room there for Mason Simon.
Looks like he might have picked up about 6 yards on the play, Brian.
For a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards.
Maybe 7 yards.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 13 at their own 38. This is another big third down for the Wildwood defense here.
Bring it up. Bring it up. 3rd down and 13.
Tink Sweeney, not only the voice of Maxwell Field today, but they can hear him all over the Wildwoods.
Maybe on the boardwalk. Absolutely.
The guy out fishing at the West Wildwood train trestle almost fell in the water. 3rd down and 13. Overby Washington, 3 yards behind his center, takes the snap. Back to pass, has a lot of time. He's going to air it out deep, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Good coverage there by freshman Owen Bannon.
Intended for number 4.
And Bannon, if he had actually turned, Ed, may have had a chance to intercept that ball.
Yes, that ball was there, and it was floated really high and soft.
Yeah, it actually ended up hitting Bannon, I believe, in the back of the helmet. That brings up 4th down. Maple Shade will bring the punter on Owen Pietro.
And look who's coming back in the game, Brian, number 2, Troiano.
Yeah, Gianni Troiano, so he's okay after that big hit. He's going to stand back just inside his own 35, looking to receive this punt.
Gianni Troiano back in the game.
10:55 here in the second quarter on a beautiful Friday morning.
Good snap, not much of a rush. It's a low-line drive kick. Oh, it's going to take a real nice Maple Shade bounce.
Jeez.
It's going to roll all the way down to about the 22-yard line. That's an effective punt as you're going to get at the high school level, Ed. And Wildwood will have pretty poor field position to start this one at their own 22.
I actually think the ball bounced and rolled more than it was traveled in the air.
Yes, might have.
Nonetheless, Maple Shade will take what they can get, and that will be the ball on the 22-yard line of Wildwood. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. 10:43 in the second quarter. No score here, Maxwell Field. Maple Shade Wildcats visiting here to the Warriors of Wildwood on opening week for the Warriors and their season that lies ahead.
And again, Ed, this is a possession here, especially from a field position standpoint. Wildwood needs to get a first down or two. They only have 1 first down. Now, Maple Shade hasn't been much better, and penalties are really hurting Maple Shade as well. But that's why we have a scoreless game here early in the second quarter. But Wildwood needs to get going offensively here from their own 22. Take the snap. This looks like a broken play here. And that's a good job there by Dozier Pinkett just to throw that out there. And he actually almost hit Rasheem Jones on a broken play there, but it's incomplete. And that saves a loss of about 6 or 7 and turns it into an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Brian, he went to hand the ball off, and the running back was not there for the Warriors. Then he looked to pass, and nobody was there. He tried to make something out of nothing and almost was able to get the pass completed.
Was thrown a little behind Jones, which he had to do because there was a defender in the area. It was actually a well-thrown ball for the pressure that he was under. He did a good job of getting rid of that, preventing the sack, nearly starting a completion on the play, but it falls incomplete. As it was just a little behind Jones, he couldn't come up with it. Rasheem Jones is one of the many freshmen that this team. They have a good freshman class. We see Owen Bannon on the field. Joey Martin's playing as well as Matthew Mayer. So quite a few freshmen getting some playing time here for the Warriors. So here's a quarterback keeper, and this is going to go nowhere. It's going to go for a loss.
Jordan Dozier.
Yeah,
Pinkett.
Dozier Pinkett couldn't get out of his own way there, Brian. He had really nowhere to go. He ran left and ran into a wall of blue. Not exactly the way Coach Loomis wanted that play to go.
It's a loss of about 4 on the Wildwood 18-yard line. So it brings up 3rd and 14.
Wildwood.
And this is turning into a game, Ed, where field position is going to play a big part here, and you're going to have some kind of broken play perhaps lead to the game's first score.
That or a defensive turnover there, going the other way like we saw earlier in the game with the 42-yard interception return for Wildwood.
So it's 3rd and 14 for Wildwood. They'll have to be careful on this play here. And I'm sure Dozier Pinkett will try to throw this thing downfield. His line needs to give him a little bit of time. He's back to pass, does have some time, fires. It's complete. Complete on the far side of the field to Rasheem Jones.
Wide open, great play. And I tell you what made the difference there, Brian, was Dozier Pinkett pump faked and froze the defender. The Warrior receiver kept going, and Dozier hit him almost in stride.
Rasheem Jones, a 21-yard reception, brings it out. Make it 22-yard reception, brings it out to the 40.
And that's Wildwood's biggest offensive play of the game.
And certainly gives them a little bit of breathing room as they get it out to the 40 here on that first down.
For Wildwood.
Clock approaching 9 minutes to go, second quarter. There's no score here between Wildwood and Maple Shade at Maxwell Field. Dozier Pinkett, hands off. Santiago, and a little too much tiptoeing back there. He needed to just take that handoff and just run.
Yeah, he was unsure.
Yeah, and it ends up as a loss of 5.
He ran to his right, Brian, and never committed. He kind of hesitated a little bit, and that gave Maple Shade time to close in on him and knock him back for a loss.
So now it's second down and 15. Wildwood, they really want to run the football a lot more this year, and they're just not having success running the ball at all today. They had that 112-yard gain on the quarterback keeper by Dozier Pinkett, but beyond that, they just have not gotten much at all running the football. Second down and 15 at their own 35. Takes the snap, has some time, throws over the middle, and it is tipped and nearly intercepted.
That was triple tip, Brian. It went through the Wildwood Javon Williams' hands and then hit 2 Maple Shade players in the helmet and was finally incomplete, thank goodness.
And Davon Williams really should have come up with that. That was a very well-thrown ball.
Yeah, that hit him in the hands, and he looked to his left a little bit, took his eyes off the ball for a split second, and we all know what that happens in football. When you take your eyes off the ball and you lose concentration, it usually doesn't end up very well for you.
So it's third and 15, 7:53 to go before halftime, no score. Ball at Wildwood's own 35. They got to get to midfield for a first down.
A nice breeze here today out of the west.
Back to pass, looking, throwing downfield, and he's looking for Matt Mayer. Matt Mayer, the freshman, looked like he slowed up a little bit, Ed, as he was looking up to locate the football, and then he couldn't make up the ground, and it was incomplete.
Brian, he was wide open.
Yes, he was.
He was wide open, and he had nobody in front of him. So that's an unfortunate play there for the Warriors. And the good thing, they gave Dozier Pinkett a lot of time back there to throw that ball.
They did. Gilligan's on the punt. He's standing at about just inside his own 25. Cole Mulcahy back deep for
Cole Mulcahy back
Maple Shade.
Maple Shade.
Good snap. Just gets it away. It's high but
punt.
short.
High punt.
Takes a nice Wildwood bounce, and it'll be down at the 39-yard line.
9-yard line.
7:33 here left in the first half. No score in a back-and-forth game being played between the 30-yard lines. No one's really made any offensive pressure or...
Yeah, I think, Ed, Wildwood got the furthest into its opponent's territory, but then they threw that interception. And but other than that, as you said, the offense is having trouble getting things going. So here's Donovan Overby Washington to direct the offense for Maple Shade. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a single running back. Check that, 4 receivers, no tight end, 3 are split to the far side. He's going to keep it here.
Number 7 on the cap.
Great coverage.
Oh, Liam Carmel came up and pushed him back for no gain, maybe a gain of 1. That's a great play by Liam Carmel, who's really one of those kids, Ed. We saw it last year when he was a junior. He can fly all over the field, and he really showed that there.
He is a tough kid and a good defensive tackler for the Warriors, and I hope he actually plays next year at the next level because he has some poise to him.
He is a very, very good defender.
2nd and 9 for Maple Shade, ball on their own 40-yard line. 6:50 left here in the first half. No score. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff bringing you West Jersey Football League action on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
Second down and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the 40-yard line. 6:40 to go before halftime. Donovan Overby Washington takes the snap. He's going to hand it off this time, and Liam Carmel again blows up that play. Another gain of maybe 1. And getting up worse for the wear after that hit is Mason Simon, the ball carrier. He looked a little wobbly as he came to his feet. This will bring up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, he hit a brick wall called Liam. I'm sure he felt that a little bit. That was a great tackle, great hit, and a great stop for Wildwood.
We didn't call Liam Carmel's name much in the first quarter defensively, but, man, he's been making plays here in the second. And he's a kid that has shown, Ed, he gets better as the game goes on.
Yes.
He's shown that in the past. Big 3rd down here for Mapleshade. 3rd and 8 at their own 41-yard line here as we're inside 6 minutes to go in a scoreless first half here at Maxwell Field. Thanks for joining us here on Cape Atlantic Live. Happy to bring you this opening game between Wildwood and Mapleshade. Overby Washington. Snap goes over his head. And now we have a flag.
We have a flag on the play.
Let's see what this is for.
And killed the play.
Yeah, it might be illegal procedure. Yeah, that's what it is.
We have a legal.
I guess a player or maybe multiple players moved before that ball was snapped. Or it could have been a snap infraction. Either way, it's a loss of 5. And that actually might have been a little bit of a break for Mapleshade. Actually, it was a definite break for Mapleshade.
Yeah. Well, Coach Powell cannot be happy over on the far sideline for Mapleshade. Before the game, he said discipline is what they were looking for, and they are not very disciplined today. A lot of penalties, a lot of miscues, a lot of mistakes, and they're very lucky.
3rd and 13. They need to get out to just shy of midfield at the 49 for a first down. The ball's at the 36 of Mapleshade. Clock will be at 5 minutes to go in the half by the time this ball's snapped.
There's some confusion, Brian, with Mapleshade, with the receivers getting set.
Takes the snap. It's a toss. So running on the outside here. And Simon, a nice gain, but he'll be way short of the first down. It's a gain of about 8.
Liam Carmel on the stop again, along with Justice Santiago.
And let's see what Mapleshade does here. And actually, they mark it back a yard from the original spot. So it's a gain of about 7. It's 4th and 6. And Mapleshade, and now they're that late, kind of a late decision. Now they're sending the punting unit out.
And some confusion for the Warriors on their substitutions as well.
Punting unit out.
So Pietro standing back at his own 26. Gianni Troiano for Wildwood deep. He's at his own 33. High snap, but Pietro, without a rush, is able to get this away off the side of his foot. Takes a bit of a Mapleshade bounce, but it will be downed just outside the 35-yard line, and Wildwood will take over there 1st and 10 with 3:41 to go in the first half of this scoreless game.
Wildwood hanging in there pretty tough, Brian. The defense is definitely playing better than the offense, obviously, with no score on the board. But, again, this is a positional game here so far.
Well, and one, go ahead, I'm sorry.
One that's going to look to see who makes the very first big mistake.
Yeah, and you wonder as this game continues to move on and our temperatures here are supposed to climb close to 80. You know, Wildwood only has 21 players in uniform today. And you just wonder, you know, how their conditioning is, how they will be in the second half of this game.
It's remained scoreless.
1st and 10 at their own 37. They hand it off again to Santiago. Again, trying to pick his way, maybe got a yard.
For a little gain.
And Santiago, Ed, you know, he's made some nice plays, especially defensively in this game. But he really, he's getting handoffs, and he looks very unsure of himself. He needs to take the football and just decide where to go and stick his head down.
2nd and 9.
Yeah, he's not really doing that to this point. So it's 2nd down and 9 for Wildwood at the 38.
Yes, he's definitely not committing to the run or making a decision and committing to that decision. He's kind of, like you said, tiptoeing around looking for an open hole. And he just has to just put his head down and run hard.
Second down and 9 for Wildwood.
The last series, the pass game worked pretty well for the Warriors. Let's see if they go back to that and call a few pass plays.
Completed a 21-yarder. Should have had another completion, a drop pass. It's another handoff. This time, Santiago a little more conviction, but he'll only get a yard again.
Bringing up third down.
3rd and 8 for Wildwood.
For Wildwood.
You know, you wonder too, Ed, Wildwood gets the ball to start the second half. Is this an instance here where Wildwood just doesn't want to give Maple Shade a lot of time with the football here late in the half if they do indeed end up having the punt? I'm actually surprised Maple Shade didn't take a timeout there after that stop.
Yeah, coming up.
I believe they have 2 remaining. Yeah,
Yes.
they have 2
Yes.
timeouts remaining. I'm surprised they didn't take a timeout there. You know, if I'm Wildwood, I might run this again. We'll see what they do. And he's going to throw. And he's got a man. It's caught by Matthew Mayer, and it's incomplete.
Well, and we got an extra. We have extra after the play here.
A lot of whistles, people running in, but no flags to this point. I think Maple Shade's coaches, I believe, wanted that to be a catch and a fumble, but I don't believe Mayer ever had it.
I don't think he ever made the offensive move when he turned or when he tried to turn. Again, Brian, a great pass from Jordan Dozier-Pinkett right on the numbers, and the receivers for Wildwood just can't seem to catch and tuck the ball away and protect it.
Yeah, I know Maple Shade's coaching staff wasn't happy with this, but I also think that Mayer's back was blocking their view. I don't think Mayer had it long enough to deem it a catch. I think this is a good call by the officiating crew. So it's 4th and 8, and Wildwood will bring the punting unit on with 1:38 to go in the half.
Well, right here we need a good punt for the Warriors to try to get them Maple Shade pinned back in their own side of the field with 1:38 left before the half. You don't want to give up any points right now this close to the half.
Oh, that punt was almost blocked. Gilligan got it away. It takes a horizontal bounce toward the sideline, and Maple Shade will have it at their own 39.
1:26 left here in the first half. No score. Maple Shade here as the visitors playing the Warriors from Wildwood on a beautiful Friday morning, week 1 for the Warriors, or week 0 as some places say, but I would say it's week 1 on the schedule. A non-divisional matchup for the Warriors, part of the West Jersey Football League in South Jersey.
So they mark this at the 40, and Maple Shade's got to go 40 yards in 1:26 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts. Again, I was really surprised after that second down running play. They stopped on defense for a 1-yard gain that they didn't call a timeout. They would have had another 40 or so seconds on the clock had they done that. Overby Washington in the shotgun there. Takes the snap.
Oh, he fumbled. It bounced right back to him.
And he's going to run here, and he ends up picking up a couple.
That's making something out of nothing there. Washington dropped that ball, bounced right back to him, and he took it in stride and was able to pick up 1, maybe 2 yards there on the play.
And again, I'm surprised that, again, Maple Shade's sitting there with 2 timeouts, and they're huddling up after a running play. I mean, we're inside a minute here. We're going to be inside 45 seconds by the time they snap this football.
There's not a lot of sense of urgency from
at this
the
point.
Wildcats.
Wildwood just needs to keep everyone in front of them. And they hand it off.
And off to number 3, taking it to the outside.
It's a great block for Maple Shade.
And running outside
Running out of bounds.
is Mason Simon. He gets a first down and stops the clock.
Mason Simon on the count.
Mason Simon picked up a tremendous block from Jaden Robinson, who just pancaked Leon Carmel and took him right out of the play. Was able to spring his running back for about 7 good solid yards.
So it's 1st and 10 for Maple Shade at the Wildwood 47. Just 29 seconds to go. Maple Shade does have the 2 timeouts.
Speed out of Simon there.
Three receivers for Maple Shade split to this near side. They actually have a tight end in on the far side on this play.
Low snap.
Back to pass. Looking. Fires out in the flat. It's caught for a gain of about 5 or 6 to Cole Mulcahy.
Mulcahy just wouldn't go down. Tough kid.
And Maple Shade does take a timeout here.
Has a timeout on the field.
It's a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play.
If I'm not mistaken, one timeout left.
2nd down and 6 gives us an opportunity to tell you about our gracious sponsors: Muden Brewing Company, Crest Savings Bank, Hall's Carpet Care, the original hotspot on the Boardwalk, Ribeyes Steaks, Wildwood Recreation, North Wildwood Recreation, the Anglesea Pub, Troiano and Sons, One-Off Marketing, the law office of Seth Fuscellaro, Casiello Basketball, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels, Cabrera Companies, Square One Design, Simonsen and McClelland, and of course don't forget about ULMER'S Appliance. So it's 2nd down and 6.
Stay tuned for that, and don't forget to visit.
And there's just 18 seconds left for Maple Shade.
Beverages and water.
And you may be at the point here where you may have to start thinking about some kind of a trick play if you're Maple Shade. And Ed, I did not catch Maple Shade in warm-ups enough to notice if they had a field goal kicker or not.
I was down on that side of the field speaking with the coaches, and I didn't see anybody attempting any practice field goals.
Right, so that may not be an option for them. So they're at the 43 of Wildwood with 18 seconds to go, and obviously Wildwood is playing soft defensively. No surprise. Owen Bannon, as the safety, is way back inside his own 30. He wants to keep everything in front of him. It's back to pass. He's going to throw deep down the middle. It's tipped. Intercepted. Intercepted by Santiago. He's taken down immediately from behind, and he's shaken up a little bit, but intercepted
okay.
at the 10-yard line.
He's okay. He landed on the ball and popped him. Maybe popped him right in the midsection there. He'll be okay.
All right, so there's 8 seconds to go. I would imagine Wildwood would just take a knee here. And Maple Shade has 2 timeouts left there, and I'm sure they'll just let them take the knee, and everybody will get in to regroup at halftime. Santiago is still down, and as Ed said, and what we hope is that, you're right, Ed, is that he just fell on the football into his stomach and maybe just knocked the wind out of him, because he's a key player for Wildwood.
Yeah, and we've been calling his name quite a bit today.
Especially defensively.
They don't seem too concerned with the – he just popped right back up.
For Justice Santiago.
Tough kid. And, you keep saying every name we call. Tough kid, tough kid, tough kid. Wildwood puts out some tough kids. Football, soccer, basketball, baseball. It's the homegrown Wildwood way to be a tough kid to play here for the Warriors. Not taking away from the Maple Shade players, but
once again, ladies and gentlemen, 1st and 10 for Wildwood.
8 seconds left here in the first half, no score.
Ball placed.
Wildwood
10-yard line.
deep in their own territory, probably not going to run a play.
Yeah, we'll see if Dozier Pinkett just takes a knee here.
And that's exactly what he does.
And Maple Shade will not call a timeout and extend the half, and that will do it. A scoreless first half here at Maxwell Field. So interesting game, competitive game, but both teams really having trouble getting unlocked offensively as the 2 defenses are playing well. Penalties certainly hurting Maple Shade. We're tied at 0 at the half. Matt Ulmer, our executive producer, Sean Kniff handling the camera. For Ed Gorski, I'm Brian Kniff. We'll be back with the start of the second half in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thanks for watching on Cape Atlantic Live. All right, thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live. Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski. Sean Kniff handling the camera for us here at Maxwell Field. We're scoreless at the half between Maple Shade and Wildwood. The Warriors getting the ball to start the second half. And the one thing that we were talking about both at the end of the first half and during the halftime, Ed, is that Wildwood only has 21 players in uniform today because of some injuries and a couple kids being out on suspension. And you just wonder with this heat if they're going to be able to hold up for the final 24 minutes. But so far, scoreless game with Maple Shade. Justice Santiago and Rasheem Jones back deep for Wildwood.
And I think, Brian, Wildwood here, of course they need to move the ball, but they got to start quick and they got to get out of the norm. And we saw in the end of the first half the pass plays were actually doing better than the run plays.
Short kick that bounces up to Santiago. And he brings it out across the 30 to about the 31. And maybe they'll mark it at the 32. So, again, though, Ed, I'd like to see Santiago, that ball bounced up to him nicely. Just take it and run.
Yeah, he's not
running. And he's just looking around too much and a little pitter-patter with the feet.
You see on TV the angry runs that they do every week. He needs to get a little angry.
Start running angry, yes.
And run a little strong and start running through people instead of trying to run around them.
And listen, we don't want to be overly critical because he has made some plays in this game on the defensive side, and he's also has a reception in the game. So empty backfield here for Wildwood on first down. So 5 receivers, 3 split to the near side, 2 to the far side. First down and 10, their own 32. Back to pass, throws over the middle. It's caught by Santiago. Now he's running with purpose, and he's got a first down and more. A pickup of about 12.
Brian, almost looks like I know what I'm talking about when I say they got to go back to the pass game. Maybe I missed my calling and should have been coaching football.
Maple Shade.
Great pass play by the Warriors there to pick up a
I think
game.
You're still trying to find something you're good at. That's what I've been doing my whole life. Just try a variety of things. At some point, something's going to click. I don't know when it's going to be. Probably around the time I collect my first Social Security check.
Jack of all trades, master of none, I'm guessing here, right?
First and 10 at the 43-yard line of Wildwood as they pick up the first down on the pass to Santiago. Nice catch and run for 11 yards. Again, an empty backfield. Same formation. 3 receivers split to this side, 2 to the far side. Looking, throws. This is intercepted. Intercepted and running down the near sideline is Jaden Robinson, and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. 53-yard return.
Well, Brian, like we had talked about, mistakes were going to happen, and that was a big mistake. A great throw, but just to the wrong receiver. And that is the first score of the game, putting Maple Shade up 6-0 on an errant throw by Jordan Dozier Pinkett for the Warriors. Kind of taking the air out of their balloon there after a great gain to start the second half.
Yeah, and it looked, Ed, like the intended receiver for Wildwood, Davon Williams, as he was turning, he actually worked back toward the middle of the field, and Dozier Pinkett had already thrown the football, and it was well over his head and picked off and returned by Robinson. So they are coming on to try an extra point here, extra point kick. A little bit of a problem with the snap, but they get it through. And the kick is good by Phineas Ormsby.
7-0. Maple Shade scores first, and Coach Loomis is not happy at his squad right now. He is giving some lip service to some players there about some mistakes that were made there.
Well, I also think, Ed, it might have just been about that particular play, because it looked like a couple of Warrior players had an opportunity for an easy block on that kick, and they kind of let up at the last moment. And both players missed an opportunity to block that. And in a low-scoring game, that 1 point can be huge.
Very big. And again, you hate to say the word soft, but almost like they're playing a little soft, a little cautious, a little worrisome. But it is early, and it is early in the season, and this is the first game. So
10:54 to go in the third quarter. So the opening offensive play of the second half results in a defensive touchdown. Jaden Robinson, a 53-yard return of an interception. And Maple Shade leads 7-0 after the extra point kick. And Phineas Ormsby, who made that extra point kick, will kick it off for the Wildcats. So let's see how Wildwood can respond here. Short kick. Bounces up to Santiago again.
Justice with the ball.
Picking his way. Oh, and he fumbled it.
he might have fumbled out of bounds, though.
That's out of bounds. It should be out of bounds. That's a good call by the official coming up. The player for Maple Shade who dove on the football was making contact with the sideline as he did so that is out of bounds, and they will give the ball to Wildwood. There is a Maple Shade player shaken up on the play.
Maple Shade player down on the
Very fortunate for the Warriors there, Brian. And good coverage by the side judge who was able to spot the ball correctly and rule it out of bounds. But again, the ball not being tucked away, a non-hard run, and that's something that I'm sure the staff of the Warriors see, that they just have to get a little tougher and run a little harder and protect the football.
So 1st and 10 at the 34 of Wildwood. We have a little break here as the Maple Shade player is down right near this Warrior sideline.
ball is placed on the 34-yard line.
And don't forget about our sponsors, ULMER'S Appliance Service, Muden Brewing Company, Crest Savings Bank, Hall's Carpet Care, the original hotspot, Ribeyes, Wildwood Recreation, North Wildwood Recreation, Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood. Jaden Robinson was the player for Maple Shade who was injured, but he's walking off under his own power, but he does appear to be limping a little bit. Troiano and Sons Masonry, getting back to our sponsors here, One Off Marketing, Law Office of Seth Fuscellaro, Casiello Basketball, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels, Cabrera Companies, Square One Design, and Simonsen and McClelland, New Jersey Assemblyman.
1st and 10 for the Warriors on their own 34-yard line. 10:44 here, just started the third quarter, second half. Wildwood down 7-0 on an interception return for a touchdown that opened up the second half.
3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side as they go empty backfield again on 1st and 10. Back to pass, has some time, throws over the middle. That was almost intercepted. It was tipped by a linebacker, Ahmed Al-Kwarhashi. And then number 21, Justice Fennell Drummond, almost came up with it.
And Brian, that's again a good pass, a strong pass, good tight spiral, just an errant throw, no direction to where. I don't know if he didn't see the defensive back there, or the linebacker, but very fortunate that didn't get picked off because there was nobody on the sideline for Maple Shade.
I actually think the tip by the linebacker probably prevented the interception.
Yes.
Because Fennell Drummond stepped right in front of the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10 now. Back to pass again, throws out in the flat. That's incomplete. That's just dropped by Gianni Troiano.
Intended for Gianni Troiano.
And Brian, we've seen 5 consecutive pass plays here for the Warriors and no run to start the second half. So they've gotten away from the run, and they were trying to go back to what worked in the first half, towards the end of the first half. Only completing 1 pass so far of the 5 attempts.
And these are the things that we talk about, Ed. You know, when we talk about Wildwood trying to get a running game going, which they haven't done. And what happens is when you're throwing the ball this much, it also extends the game. All those incomplete passes stop the clock. And when you only have 21 players in uniform on a warm day, you just get worn down. 3rd down and 10. This time they put Santiago in the backfield, but now he goes in motion. Back to pass, looking, throws, tipped, incomplete. Again, thrown high, looking for Rasheem Jones.
And Jones tipped it, almost caught it back to himself. So the 6th consecutive pass play for the Warriors, trying to make something happen on the passing side of the game. Trying to find anything that'll work and get them a first down, Brian.
Ryan Gilligan on the punt here.
Back for Maple Shade.
Cole Mulcahy back deep for Maple Shade.
Personnel for the Warriors a little confused.
54, Ryan Gilligan.
Gianni Troiano coming into the field a little late. Wind now dying down. Warriors to punt the ball from their own.
This is a high punt, but
25-yard line.
Mulcahy's going to be able to return this. Catches it at his own 36. Bounces it outside. He's got some running room. Runs past the man. And there is a flag down, we're being told there is, at the 41-yard line as Mulcahy runs it in. On the, it's about a 63-yard return for a touchdown, but there is a flag down back here at the 41, and let's see who this is on.
I think it's going to be a block in the back, Brian, which was really unnecessary and didn't need to be thrown by Mapleshade. That should bring this back and negate the touchdown.
So some discussion by the officials. The spot of the foul looks like it's at the 41, and if it's an illegal block of some kind, it'll move it back just on the other side of midfield. That's exactly what it is.
Block against Mapleshade, bringing it back.
Well, that's a good thing for the Warriors there. Definitely would have been a big problem being down 13-0 this early. Nonetheless, 10:07 to go in the third quarter. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff here, Cape Atlantic Live, bringing you West Jersey football, Mapleshade Wildcats, and the Wildwood Warriors on a beautiful, splendid Labor Day Friday morning with an odd 10 a.m. kickoff.
10:07 left in the third quarter.
Mapleshade will have the ball on their own 48-yard line. First and 10.
10:07 to go in the second quarter. This is a massive defensive series here for Wildwood. They cannot afford to fall behind by 2 scores the way they've had trouble moving the ball offensively. Quarterback draw. And bouncing it outside is Overby Washington. And he's finally ushered out of bounds by the safety Owen Bannon at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think Wildwood was in a pass protection defensive scheme there and got caught a little bit.
Well, they certainly missed
the run.
They certainly missed the tackle around the line of scrimmage as well. So that's a 17-yard gain and a first down for Mapleshade to the Wildwood 35-yard line.
First and 10, Mapleshade. Ball is placed for the 35-yard line.
Overby Washington in the shotgun. Sean Headley, the lone running back. First and 10 for Mapleshade, holding a 7-0 lead. 9:58 to go in the third. And we're going to have illegal procedure. A player or two for Mapleshade moved early.
Just a little offside.
And, you know, Ed, that's the second time they've been called for that.
Before the snap.
I think they've been real close to doing that on a lot of occasions today.
More than 2 times.
Yeah.
And again, discipline.
And it might be one of those things where, you know, the Warrior coaching staff got into the ears of the officials and said, hey, listen, we think they're moving early a little bit here. Can you keep an eye on that? And they get caught there. That's the second time. Actually, the first time they got caught on it, it was a break for Mapleshade because it was a high snap that went over the quarterback's head.
Yes, sir.
So Donovan Overby Washington in the shotgun here, standing just inside his own, or the Wildwood 45-yard line. Sean Headley is the running back. 2 receivers split to each side of the formation. Option play, toss to Headley. He's got all kinds of room on the outside, and he's got a first down and a lot more still on his feet, and he's down inside the 10-yard line, maybe close to the 5.
On the 4-yard line of Wildwood.
Big run for the Wildcats. He picked up 2 key blocks and kept his legs moving, and that, Brian, is a angry run that we were talking about. He put his head down and was committed to the run, turned the corner, and just went real hard towards the goal line and got stopped at the Wildwood 15.
Down at the 5-yard line, first and goal. Oh, Wildwood needs to figure out a way to come up with a stop. It's going to be real tough for them if they fall behind by 2 scores. Overby Washington hands it off again to Headley. This time he's hit, and he picks up maybe 2. And now we have a late flag here.
And that's going to be for some extracurricular activity between both players.
I'm not sure if it's that, Ed. It almost looks to me like a player for Mapleshade didn't have his mouthpiece in. Is it? That's what it looked like.
You got better eyes than I do up here, Brian.
Let's see what the call is. The penalty either way is going on Mapleshade. They are saying it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the mouthpiece. That's a huge penalty.
Big time, huge penalty.
Now they would have had 2nd and goal from the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 18.
Looks around the 18-yard line.
9:30 left here in the third quarter. 7-0 Mapleshade, up and threatening again. Ball's on the 18-yard line, 1st and goal from the 18-yard line after the penalty. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff here on Cape Atlantic Live, bringing you West Jersey football 2025.
Overby Washington takes the snap. Fires over the middle. It's incomplete. And I thought Mapleshade got away with one there again, Ed. I thought that the running back moved forward a little early before that snap, and it almost looked like the lead official was about to reach for his flag and then decided not to.
That ball was intended for Jaden Robinson, thrown just a little bit high, and he's a pretty big guy. So
yeah, Wildwood had good coverage there, though, too. That would have had to have been a perfect throw in order to complete that.
3rd and goal.
So this is huge here.
From the 18, this will be a big stop for Wildwood, and they need to get the stop here.
Not sure. Mapleshade looks shaky on that extra point try. I'm not sure if they could try a field goal from this distance on 4th down. But we'll get to that after this 3rd down play.
Mapleshade needs to get into the end zone to get it a 1st down because there is no chance for a 1st
Another
down.
option. Bad toss, though.
It looks like
Wildwood's got it. I think Liam Carmel has jumped on it for the Warriors. No, check that. That's Matt Mayer, the freshman.
And just what we talked about, it looks like a Mapleshade player is down on the near sideline. Looks like he's cramping up quite a bit in his leg.
That's a massive stop for Wildwood. Helped, of course, by the penalty. But the freshman, Matt Mayer, coming up with the fumble recovery on the bad toss on the option play. And, again, I don't know the distance of, they do have a kicker. They did kick an extra point. I don't know the distance. To me, if you're going to run the ball there and maybe set up a field goal, just run it.
Just run it.
The option
no need
there.
For the option.
Yeah,
there
the option.
third.
Yeah, it's dangerous, and the toss was bad. It was behind the running back, and it results in a fumble that's recovered by Matt Mayer, making a big play as a freshman. Matt Mayer, Ed, as you and I know, but many of the people out there may not, is the grandson of former Temple University quarterback Tom DeFelice.
How about that, huh? Mm-hmm. Legendary Tom DeFelice.
Longtime high school football coach in Philly, as well as a longtime college basketball official.
I've had the pleasure of working a few games with him, and he is a gentleman and a great person and a great athlete.
I'm not sure he would say the same working with you, but
that's okay, though. I've been called worse.
Yeah. So we have this injury timeout here to tend to the Mapleshade player. And it gives us a chance to let you know once again about our gracious sponsors who help us bring you these games. Simonsen and McClelland, New Jersey Assemblyman, Casiello Basketball, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels in Wildwood Crest, Cabrera Companies, Square One Design, the Mudhen Brewing Company, Crest Savings Bank, Hall's Carpet Care, the original hotspot, Ribeyes, City of Wildwood Recreation, City of North Wildwood Recreation, the Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood, Troiano and Sons Masonry, One Off Marketing, and the law office of Seth A. Fuscellaro.
This is a big loss for Maple Shade, Brian. Braden Howard, he's not really walking off under his own power. He looked like he turned an ankle, his right ankle, pretty bad. Could be a cramp, but he looks like he's hobbling. He can't put a lot of pressure on the right foot. That's a shame for the young man.
And Ed, for a Friday morning game, which is, it is Labor Day weekend, but for the people that live here, most people are working. This is actually a really good crowd, and credit to Maple Shade, they brought down a decent little contingent as well.
Yes, because it's not like they're playing across the bridge.
No.
It is a little bit of a ride to get to the Maple Shade High School. And I'm sure they left rather early this morning to get down here.
So 1st and 10 for Wildwood at their own 23. They fake a handoff. Dozier throws it outside. It's caught. And that's a nice little play there as Gianni Troiano picks up about 6.
Nice little quarterback keeper option pass play there. And that seemed to work well for Wildwood. A positive gain for the Warriors here.
It's a good decision by Dozier there. That was one where, the player guarding Troiano left him to come make a play on Dozier. Dozier just threw it right on the outside to his junior receiver, and it's a pickup of 6, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4. And these are the downs and distances that Wildwood needs to be in. They've had way too many plays where they're just behind the sticks.
Yeah, Wildwood needs to
go third quarter.
Keep this drive going. They got to get some points on the board.
7-0 Maple Shade. Fake handoff. They throw it out to Jones. Gets a good block on the outside. Jones with a decent stiff arm to free himself. There is a flag on the far side of the field, however. And let's see what we got here.
Great decision by the Warrior quarterback,
I think this
Dozier Pinkett.
The indication, I think, is that this is on Maple Shade, but let's see.
Not before another flag on the play.
Early in the season, Brian.
Ken Loomis, Ed, is not happy here, so I guess maybe this call is against Wildwood. And now the lead official, Joe Engelhardt, is asking for one of his assistants to come over, and actually they're going to pick up the flag. So this play will stand.
Looks like the play's going to stand. And
they mark it up at the 39.
And 10.
It's a gain of 10 and a first down. Wildwood, Ed, is getting a little more creative here with their passing game in the second half.
Yes, and it seems to be working for them. The run really hasn't worked all day. The passing game has worked and could have worked better if the drops weren't there like we had seen.
1st and 10 at the 39 of Wildwood. Warriors trail 7-0, 7.5 to go third quarter. They hand it off. Santiago spins away from a tackle, and he's going to pick up 7 or 8. That's a nice move there.
Now that, Brian, was a different Santiago that we were talking about earlier. He committed to the run and turned the corner with a little bit of pep in his step and was able to make a nice gain for the Warriors.
And it's actually a gain of 8, so it brings it up to the 47. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
And 2 positive offensive plays for the Warriors. Brings good light to the Warriors. 7:22 in the third quarter here. 7-0 Maple Shade on top. Warriors starting to move the ball. 2nd and 2 on their own 47-yard line.
They hand it off again to Santiago, and he does a good job there, Ed. There wasn't much there, but he stuck his head down, lunged forward. I think he's going to be shy of the first down, but at least it's positive yardage. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
A yard gain.
Yes, and again, ran with conviction, and that's what's been missing here. So if they can keep this together, sprinkling some pass plays like they have been, maybe something positive will keep coming out of this.
So it's actually 3rd and about a half a yard. They need to get to the 49, and the ball is marked right in between the 49 and 48.
6:40 left in the third quarter. 7-0 Maple Shade on top. Wildwood 3rd and 1 on their own 48.
They fake the run. They're going to throw. Outside, caught by Mayer for a first down. Matt Mayer, a gain of 10 and a first down.
And first down, Wildwood.
And Maple Shade, very lucky, Brian, very lucky that they did not get whistled for a roughing the passer call on Dozier Pinkett.
Well, we're starting to see Matt Mayer as a freshman and making an impact here. The coaches are very high on him and his future. Fumble recovery on defense to stop a drive by Maple Shade deep in Wildwood territory, and now a big catch on 3rd and 1 for a gain of 10. And a gain of 11, actually, down to the 41. And this is the most sustained drive that Wildwood has had in this football game. They trail at 7-0 inside 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. They hand it off to Santiago. Hit from behind, but he's able to. Oh, he fumbled the football, and Maple Shade has it.
And it looks like it's Maple Shade.
Man, Brian, there is the prime example of the 5 steps forward, 7 steps back on that fumble. Trying to do a little bit too much and gain too, instead of just going down, tried to make something extra when he really didn't have it, and in return, fumbled the football and now turns it back over to Maple Shade.
Looks like the ball is going to be placed on the.
That is a big stop for Maple Shade to equal the big stop the Warriors had earlier on their fumble recovery.
So Wildwood's defense back out on the field trailing 7-0. 5:38 to go in the third. Maple Shade leading 7-0. Another quarterback draw.
Quarterback draw up the middle.
And good play by Carmel to limit Donovan Overby Washington to a gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's a shame, Brian, because Wildwood was moving the ball really well, and that is a big deflation for their psyche here. But the defense has been playing well, and hopefully they can dig in and get another stop here. Plenty of time left in this football game. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and only down 7-0.
Hand off to Simon inside. Eric Jordan with the first hit, but Simon carrying some people and picks up about 3.
We're about
5 or 6 Wildwood players on it.
A host of Warriors on the stop there.
third down.
So they had Eric Jordan made the initial hit right around the line of scrimmage, but Mason Simon was able to carry him and other Wildwood tacklers for a couple yards there, and he picks up about 4. This brings up a 3rd and 2. Massive third down here.
Ball right in front of us at midfield, or just about midfield.
Man comes in motion to the near side. They take the snap. They hand it off. Big hit there, and he's not going to get it. Gain of maybe 1.
Great play by Mayer to make the initial contact and hold him up, and stopping Maple Shade from moving the ball.
This is a huge play here in this football game. It's 4th and 1. It looks like Maple Shade is leaving the offense on the field.
They need your help out there.
And if you're Wildwood here, you got to watch for the double count. They already jumped off sides on a 3rd and short in the first half. 3:10 to go in the third. Maple Shade leading 7-0, lining up as if they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 48.
Watch the ball.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's taken down.
Really well.
Short. Oh, he fumbled the football.
Let's see what the call on the field is.
I thought he was down.
I
Brian.
thought he
The
was
coaching
down.
Staff thought he was down.
I don't
and
know
now
what they're ruling here.
They're spotting the ball back at the 48-yard line. It looked like he was down by contact, but there was no whistle. Like you said, play through till you hear the whistle, which Mapleshade did. Fumbled the ball, recovered the ball, and actually gained about 7 yards on that recovery and advance. Now, again, some discussion on the official timeout. A lot of unhappy fans
the
here.
Wildwood coaching staff is adamant that the whistle was blown before that that fumble or the ball was loose and picked up, and yeah, so they have the ball marked up at the 48 of Wildwood, and they're going to give them the first down.
Wow.
Looks like
I don't know about that, Brian. I don't think that's accurate. Loomis is still on the field being pushed back by the head referee.
first and 10.
He's going to lose that argument.
So it goes up to the 49-yard line of Wildwood. They look like they had Overby Washington stopped. The officials deemed that a fumble. Wildwood coaching staff claiming that a whistle was blown, but a Mapleshade player picked it up and gained 3 yards and got the first down. Overby Washington, we're going to have a flag and another procedure penalty.
Mapleshade just cannot stay still and wait for the snap. A little bit of a gain for Mapleshade.
Legal offsides. Mapleshade
It's going to be brought back 5 yards.
First and 15.
That'll move the ball back, Brian, to the 46-yard line.
So it's first and 15 now for Mapleshade. Inside 2.5 to go, third quarter. Mapleshade leading 7-0. They got the only points of the game on a 53-yard interception return for a touchdown by Jaden Robinson and the subsequent extra point kick. They have the football here, leading by 7. First and 15 at their own 46. Fake handoff. It's a slant. It's caught. And for a first down, as Jaden Robinson carrying tacklers, and he picks up about 19 in a first down.
And Jaden Robinson's down again, Brian.
An injury on the field. Stand by.
This is the second time he's been down, and I don't know. It looks like, I thought it was his ankle at first, but it looks like it could be cramping in his legs there.
Yeah, it's an issue at this time of year and when it's warm out.
Once again, like to take time.
And, coaches everywhere in every sport, Ed, tell their kids, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
And stretch.
And that does not just apply to game day.
That's correct.
You have to hydrate all week. These kids, they're probably being told, drink at least a gallon of water every day. At least.
Foundation.
Yeah, definitely a cramp there. The Warrior and Wildcat medical staff attending to Robinson, who's still down on the field. Great catch and run, setting up the first down for Mapleshade. Once they clear this, that'll be first and 10 on the Warrior 35-yard line.
They'll obviously have to bring Robinson out for at least a play. But many times if it's cramping, once they're able to work that out, he most likely would be able to come back. But again, some other scores from Cape May County games all played yesterday. Ocean City beat Oak Crest 32-0. Lower Cape May was a 35-14 winner over Pinelands, and Middle Township fell 29-7 to Gateway.
And congratulations to Coach Damiano for his first victory right out of the gate for.
And he was
Lower
pretty.
Cape May.
They're coming off just a 2-win season, Ed. He was pretty confident that they were going to surprise some people.
Well,
So Robinson looks like he's okay. He's limping off the field, but again, as Ed mentioned, this is a cramping issue, so it's not a serious injury, but we'll see if he's able to come back.
and Brian, we'll be at Lower Cape May next week against the Gloucester High School football team.
Next Friday night.
Next Friday night for a 6 p.m. start, so that will be a fun game to do and see, and good luck to all the schools in the area this football season. 1:53 to go here in the third quarter. Maple Shade holds a 7-0 lead. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff, bringing you West Jersey football action on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
Make some noise for your team.
First and 10 for the Wildcats on the Wildwood 35-yard line. Beautiful day here at Maxwell Field. Great crowd Friday morning of Labor Day weekend 2025 as we start another season, another school year upon us. Looking forward to bringing you a lot of football action in the upcoming weeks here on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Thank you for following us and continue to do so. The ball is snapped. It is wide open, caught on his shoulder. One-handed catch by number 17, Lucas Flores. Ball was thrown behind him, and he made a one-arm catch on his shoulder and picked up, looks to be about 24 yards on the play, down to the Wildwood 7-yard line. A Warrior player now down, grabbing his leg for a possible cramping issue at this time.
So, yeah, this is second time Maple Shade's been inside Wildwood's 10-yard line. Last time they did not score. They had a penalty and then a fumble. And Wildwood will certainly need to have a stop here. And again, Ed, you know, we talked about this before. When you have, you know, like Maple Shade's throwing the ball a lot as well. The injured player for Wildwood was Davon Williams. He's coming off under his own power. Seems to be okay. That may be a cramping issue. But again, you have so many stoppages of the clock because of all the passing, and you're just extending the game. And this Wildwood team, it looks like they're starting to wear down.
And a shout out, Brian, to the training staff here for Wildwood. Great care given by the athletic training department here for the Warriors. Coach Z, been around for a long time with these kids, and it's great to see her on the sideline taking care of them when they are injured.
All right, so Maple Shade first and 10 at the Wildwood 8-yard line. And the Warriors need a stop in the worst way here to try to stay in this football game. We're inside a minute to go in the third quarter.
Clock is running under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Maple Shade almost moved again too early. A scrambling, broken play, maybe for a gain of 1 for the Wildcats as the clock ticks under now 30 seconds.
Maple Shade may elect to just let this clock run out for the third quarter here. And it looks like that's what they're going to do, as Overby Washington is over by his coaches, and he's not even going to come in back onto the field. So that'll do it for the third quarter. It's 7-0 Maple Shade as we head to the fourth, and the Wildcats will have second and goal at the Wildwood 7-yard line.
Looks like timeout on the field. Or no, end of the quarter.
Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff bringing you West Jersey football action here on Cape Atlantic Live.
Score.
The Maple Shade Wildcats here at Maxwell Field to take on the hometown Wildwood Warriors. Maple Shade holding a 7-0 lead on a 54-yard interception return early in the third quarter, second half, when Wildwood put together 3 good plays to open the half up, and an errant throw by Wildwood's quarterback led to the interception return and the only score of the game so far. When we come back, it will be Maple Shade ball at the Wildwood 6 for a second down and goal to go.
Scheduled for 6 p.m.
Remind you of our gracious sponsors, the Mud Hen Brewing Company, Crest Savings, Bank Halls Carpet Care, Original Hotspot on the Wildwood Boardwalk, Ribeyes Steaks, City of Wildwood Recreation, City of North Wildwood Recreation. The Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood, Troiano and Sons Masonry, One-Off Marketing, the Law Office of Seth Fuscellaro, Casiello Basketball, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Balharbour Hotels, Cabrera Companies, Square One Design, Simonsen and McClelland, New Jersey Assemblyman, and, of course, our flagship sponsor, ULMER'S Appliance. So we go to the fourth. Maple Shade already leading by 7. They have the ball at the Wildwood 7. And they can go a long way toward really taking control of this game with a score here. Wildwood certainly needs a stop.
Okay, here we go.
Wildwood backed up
Warrior fans, we need
against their own
show your support.
goal line.
Let's stop this touchdown from happening with Maple Shade.
Over B. Washington in the shotgun. It's Mason Simon as the running back. He takes the handoff. He's got room, and he's going to run in for the touchdown.
Pretty much untouched, Brian.
Touchdown, Maple Shade.
And, it certainly isn't impossible, Ed, but, this is, Wildwood, they really have only moved the football well on that last drive that ended in a fumble. They just have not shown the ability to sustain drives in this game, and they now trail 13-0 with Phineas Ormsby on for the extra point.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Warriors, Brian. They open up the half with 2 good passes and then the interception return. They make a great defensive play, stop, get the ball back, throw 5 consecutive passes, move the ball, and then fumble the ball back to Maple Shade. And now we are in the position we're in with the Warriors being down 13-0. Make that 14-0.
Yeah, that wasn't the prettiest kick, but it did make it over the crossbar, however, barely. And it does. It was good enough. So it's 14-0 Maple Shade. 8 seconds into the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
So Wildwood almost has to answer on this possession here.
Yes, it's now. Hate to say now or never, but the way things have been going, they need points immediately.
And they just have not had many big plays. I mean, they had the 40-yard interception return in the first quarter, and they had the 121-yard reception. But beyond that, they just have not had many big plays offensively. And obviously the interception return came on defense. But offensively, they just have not been able to come up with the big play or consistently move the ball. And again, running the football has really been an issue for Wildwood. And again, when you can't run and you're throwing the ball and you're stopping the clock after every incomplete pass,
makes for a
longer game.
Really long day.
For a team that does not have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
And they only 21 in uniform today. They're missing 4 or 5 starters due to injury and other issues. So,
and almost every kid playing both offense and defense.
Right.
So they're really not getting a break.
So Ormsby to kick it off here.
But there still is time, and things can happen, and things have happened. So let's see what happens as we move forward with 11:52 early here in the fourth quarter. Maple Shade up 14-0 on the hometown Wildwood Warriors. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff bringing you West Jersey football on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
Kick goes to the far side, and smartly, Justice Santiago allows that ball to go out of bounds. He looked like he wanted to run over and grab it, but then he realized that this thing's going to go out of bounds. And Wildwood has a couple of options here. Of course, one of them is to take the ball where it goes out of bounds. They certainly won't do that. They can make them kick again, or they can take the ball up at the, I believe, the 40?
40-yard line.
Jeff, is it the 40? Or the 35? But either way, they're going to make him re-kick.
He's going to re-kick the ball.
That ball, Brian, almost looked like my pitching wedge from about 50 yards in, except my pitching wedge doesn't hold the green as good as that kickoff did.
Needs some work.
A lot of work.
All right, so they see it back up at the 35. This is actually a good decision by Wildwood to make them re-kick because Ormsby has not been kicking it deep. They would have had the ball at the 35 had they taken that option. But now Wildwood with an opportunity to maybe get it up closer to midfield on this return. And he kicks this one. Santiago catches at the 30.
Receiving.
And he's up across the 40. Finally, the whistle.
So about the 42, maybe 43 yard line.
And now a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, there looked like there was an extra push or shove there well after the whistle.
And it just seems that the whistles are coming in a little late, Brian. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But it looks like they're coming a little late when the play is dead and stopped, and they're letting it go on, and then the whistle comes in, and then the extracurricular activity is taking place, and we have a flag.
So it looks like they have the ball marked at the 42. Now, not exactly sure who this penalty is on.
And he looks to be okay. Put your hands together for number 21, Justice Fennel Drummond.
Fennel Drummond was the injured player, but he goes off under his own power.
Say about the flag.
Both training staffs for Maple Shade and for the Warriors very busy today, tending to a host of injuries or cramping today in this game. Thank goodness we have trainers that are certified and know what they're doing and how to handle injured players and injured athletes.
Well, this is a big penalty. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Maple Shade. And it's going to move the ball into their territory up at the 45. And that's the one thing Wildwood has not been able to take advantage of. The penalties in this game have easily been 2.5 to 1 called against Maple Shade compared to Wildwood. Wildwood's been a little more disciplined in terms of the penalties, but Wildwood has not really been able to take advantage of it.
11:42 here left in the game. Wildwood in a hole, down 14-0. Ball on the Maple Shade 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Santiago standing behind Dozier Pinkett, the quarterback. 2 receivers split to each side. Takes the snap, hands it to Santiago, tries the left side, breaks 1 tackle, but gains only 1.
Looks to be 1 yard.
Yeah, he had no room there to run, Brian. He turned the corner and had really went nowhere. He just laid down. He had no choice. Right now they have to take care of the ball. They have to tuck it away. They cannot afford another turnover. They cannot afford to not get something on the board out of this series here if they want to have a chance to win this football game. Time is not on their side. Ball is on the Maple Shade 44, 2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
And we're inside 11 minutes to go in the game. I would think, Ed, they're going to go to the air here, but we'll see.
Well, they should go to the air, Brian, because the run game is really not working for them.
Dozier running as he had some people in his face right after the snap. And I don't think that was a design run, but he ends up picking up 2.
Well, Maple Shade secondary had the receivers covered pretty good, and that left nothing for Dozier Pinkett to throw to.
3rd and 7. And the one thing that, Wildwood's going to have to start picking things up in terms of their pace. This is the one thing when you're losing a game, they bring Dozier Pinkett all the way over to the sideline to get the play. Then he's got to run all the way back into the field. And, they're taking 30 and 40 seconds on every play. And when you're trailing 14-0, that's difficult.
And not getting big gains.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes for a long, tiresome day for these athletes.
3rd and 7 at the Maple Shade 42-yard line. Certainly 4-down territory for Wildwood at this point. Santiago now steps to the side of Dozier Pinkett. Looking, throwing, intercepted. Intercepted by Mason Simon. I don't think Dozier Pinkett ever saw him. And that will probably do it here.
Down on the play. No touchdown.
That was not a touchdown. He caught it and fell down to the ground. And that, folks, gives Maple Shade the ball back and thwarts any kind of offensive prowess that the Warriors had moving forward.
And you know, I don't want to nitpick here, but, you know, the whistle was blown as soon as Simon fell down. And he gets up and runs all the way into the end zone. You could have made an argument for a delay of game penalty, but
Unsporting, yeah. So with that, Maple Shade takes over on their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. 9:16 left here in the game. Wildwood down 14-0.
And you would expect them, Ed, to keep the ball on the ground here. With the 2-touchdown lead inside 10 minutes to go. They hand it off. Wow, that's a good run there. Great run by Justice Fennell Drummond.
And that's what we're talking about, Brian. There's a little bit of a difference there. And you saw him run with conviction and some anger in his run when he made that turn. That's going to give Maple Shade a first down. Another injury, a Warrior down on the field, grabbing his left or his right shoulder and stopping the game again for another injury. And you know what's nice to see, Brian? You see Coach Powell come over to see and check on the Warrior player. That is a great display of sportsmanship to make sure the young man's okay.
That's Rasheem Jones. And he walks off under his own power. He looks like he's okay. Well, you know, Ken Loomis knows a lot of these Maple Shade coaches, and Coach Loomis is actually from Maple Shade.
And he played
at Paul VI, but he's from Maple Shade.
Yes, and he played with the assistant coach, Michael Manal, I believe his last name is. Spoke to him before the game, and he and Coach Loomis played together, so they go back a little ways.
Ball right at midfield, 1st and 10 for Maple Shade. 9:05 to go in the fourth quarter.
Ball right in front of us at the 50-yard line in front of our beautiful press box here at Maxwell Field. 9:05 left to play. Maple Shade single setback, going to be a handoff to Fennell.
Number 21 to the outside.
He's running to the outside, and he's got a first down, and Moore cuts it back and is finally taken down from behind by Liam Carmel.
Tackled by number 8.
Looked like about a 30.
As well as, Davon Williams.
About a 34, 32-yard gain there, Brian. Big run for Maple Shade. Warriors looking a little tired on defense right now.
Ball down around the 21-yard line. 21-yard line.
Clock is running. 8:47.
And you know, during the throes of a game, you know, it's hard for us to see how much a team is substituting. But you know, you just look at Maple Shade; they have around 30 to 35 guys in uniform. Wildwood only 21 today, and as you mentioned earlier, so many of the Wildwood players going both ways.
Numbers have been an issue here for a long time for the Warriors.
Yeah, and they have more numbers than that. We mentioned they have a couple kids out on suspension. They have 2 or 3 players hurt. Good job by Wildwood here to string this out.
And Fennell again on the run to the left side this time. Liam Carmel with the stop.
Gianni Troiano also in there.
Number 21 on the carry.
And he still gains 3, Fennell Drummond does.
Maple Shade not looking to pass. They're looking to run this as much as they can to keep the clock moving, it appears.
So we'll be inside 7.5 to go by the time this play is run.
Number 22, Sean Headley.
Sean Headley back in at running back for Maple Shade after some good runs by Justice Fennell Drummond. Takes the snap, a little bit of a busted play, but they're able to get it to Headley,
Number 22, Headley.
who moves it closer to first down yards, but it'll be short by a yard or two.
Bring it up.
Gain of 5, it's 3rd and 2.
Down.
Wildwood's going to have to stop.
And 2.
So 3rd and 2 inside the Warrior 15-yard line. 6:45 to go. Maple Shade leading 14-0. And Maple Shade doing a good job here of just allowing the clock to run down.
Yeah.
Waiting for the back judge to come out and count the 5 seconds, and then they're on the play clock, and then they're ready to go. Quarterback keeps it, and Overby Washington gets the first down and more. He's inside the 10-yard line, and it's a gain of about 7.
Yeah, they are just ground and pound right now, Maple Shade, and they're getting the first downs, and they're taking the clock, time off the clock, and they're also wearing the Wildwood defense down.
Maple Shade.
Some mistakes hurt the Warriors today, Brian. Some drop passes, a fumble recovery, or a fumble that went to Maple Shade. All those things mount up, and you can't make those mistakes when you don't have a lot of power that goes for the whole game.
5:40 to go.
Low snap.
And we're going to have another procedure penalty.
It's a play. Ball start. Maple Shade.
That's the 4th or 5th one they've had. It hasn't prevented them from holding a 14-0 lead, but I have not counted them, Ed, but Maple Shade has to be up at around a dozen penalties in this game.
Yes.
And that's the one good positive side for Wildwood. They have not been penalized much at all.
No.
I mean,
not at all.
It might be now. The numbers might be up to 3 to 3.5 to 1 on the penalties going against Maple Shade.
Unfortunately, Wildwood just can't string together those 4 or 5 big plays on offense to get a score to help them out a little bit.
So it's 1st and goal, but now it's out at the 12-yard line. They hand it off again. This is Headley. And he dives over some would-be tacklers inside the 5-yard line.
And the clock is not a friend of the Warriors as it's under 5 minutes. 4:40 left here to play. Maple Shade up 14-0 and threatening to score again late in the game.
So they move the ball back. They actually spot it back at the 5. And it's a gain of 7. And 4:20 to go in this game. And Maple Shade has not put the ball in the air in a while, and that's understandable, holding a 2-touchdown lead here as we move into the late stages of the 4th quarter. They're doing a good job of letting the play clock run down. They hand it off, and Headley this time bowls his way into the end zone.
That Bryant should probably do it. 20-0 with 4 minutes to play. And Wildwood struggling. Doesn't amount to a promising end to this game for the Warriors. However, you never know. Try to be as optimistic as we can be, and maybe something can happen, and maybe they can amount something to get on the board to increase their confidence a little bit.
And look, I'm looking at this near sideline. 3 of their key players, Trevor Troiano, Javion Hennessy, and Vinny Sweeney, all not in uniform today. And they're hoping to get all of them back next week. Trevor Troiano still may not be cleared to play next week, but they're hopeful that they can get him going. The extra point kick, again, isn't pretty, and this one is no good.
Leaving the score.
It'll be 20-0.
Next week, Wildwood hosts Holy Cross here at 6 p.m.
with 3:56
So that should be
in the fourth quarter.
interesting game, hopefully with a full complement of players on their team and a different outcome.
Our last shout out
Maple Shade
of the day
will be hosting Lawrence High
to
School
all our sponsors.
same day
Thank you very much
at
for supporting
their high school
our
field
Wildwood
in Maple Shade.
high school program.
Yeah, and this is actually one of I believe 6 home games for Wildwood. They only have three away games this
Yes.
year.
Right, all-star
And I believe part of that is because one of their opponents, Mastery Charter, does not have a home field. So it's technically their home game, but they'll be coming down here to play it. So this was a tough spot for Wildwood, with missing some key players, a very warm day. And now especially, we're into the early afternoon here. We're getting into close to the heat of the day.
Yes.
And they have just worn down in the second half. Scoreless at halftime, Maple Shade with 3 scores in the second.
The big thing was the turnover right out of the gate in the second half when it was nothing. They had 2 good plays that were positive yardage, and then the interception was just unfortunate.
Yeah, and return for a touchdown.
Correct.
So, yeah, you were showing some promise after your first couple of offensive plays and then the interception, and it's been all downhill for Wildwood since.
3:56 left in the game. Maple Shade now up 20-0 against Wildwood. They will kick off now.
Ormsby has it teed up. And it's Jones and Santiago deep. We're going to kick this one toward Jones. Bounces past his feet. And he's going to dive on it. Oh, and actually Maple Shade has it.
It hit his foot, Brian.
Yeah, Jones didn't have a lot of urgency going after that ball. And diving on it was Cole Mulcahy for Maple Shade with 3:54 to go.
That hit Jones' foot, and then he went to pick it up again and dropped it. Well, when it rains, it pours, I guess, huh?
And they'll mark it at the 17-yard line with 3:54 to play. And Maple Shade with another opportunity here to add to its total. This was a scoreless game at halftime, and it's now Maple Shade in full control, leading by 3 scores with 3:54 to go. High snap, and we're going to have another procedure penalty.
And another offside.
Yeah, and Maple Shade has overcome. It's got to be up to 15 penalties total.
I would
First and 15.
say more.
Yeah, Wildwood's only committed 2 or 3, actually. And that's the 4th or 5th illegal procedure penalty with a player moving before the ball is snapped. $20-0 Maple Shade here. First and 15 now. Another high snap. And Fennel Drummond dives on it back at the 33.
21. Justice Fennel Drummond.
And it's
Big loss on the play.
That's going to be a loss of about 10 there on that bad snap.
Bringing up second. And about 20. Looks about second and 20.
So,
Yeah, long game, Brian.
yeah.
Already 2.5, coming up on 2.5 hours, and between the injuries and the penalties and the lack of offensive production for the Warriors, it's been a long day for the Warriors players and staff.
They hand this one off. Fennel Drummond running right. And he's taken down, but not before a gain
To the outside.
of about 12 or so.
Mayer's helmet popped off. He's going to have to come out for a play and get replaced. .230 left here in the game. Maple Shade all about done with the victory, 20-0 on the Warriors, and threatening to score again. Ball on the Wildwood 20-yard line. 3rd and 14 to go for a first down.
Well, they're certainly not necessarily looking to score, but they're handing the ball off, doing it the right way, certainly. Gain of about 8 here. Or Fennel Drummond, Liam Carmel on the tackle.
Drummond making up some of that yardage on the play.
And we're going to be inside a minute and a half.
Bringing up 4th.
By the time this play is snapped, it's 4th down.
6. 4th and 6, it looks like, for Maple Shade.
So you just wonder, it certainly had to have an effect. I mean, Wildwood missing at least 3 two-way starters today.
And Troiano being one of them, probably.
Who arguably their best player.
100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big loss for the Warriors today.
When they throw on 4th down.
Number 4, Cole
and score again.
And the Wildwood coaching staff is staring hard at the Maple Shade bench, and I can understand why. Boy, that's very, very questionable there. Yeah, I really thought Maple Shade was handling the end of this game very well, letting the clock run as much as possible in between plays, just running the ball. And then they, on 4th down and 6, they throw for a 13-yard touchdown.
Yeah, not good. We'll just leave it at that. Just after we got done saying how it's been a sportsman-like play with the staff and the players of Maple Shade. They kind of throw the dagger in there, and the extra point is good. And that makes it 27-0 Maple Shade with 1:06 to play.
The trenches. 27. Making it 27. Maple Shade.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there to see that happen in a game like this, Brian. It's one thing if you run the ball and you bounce off 4 or 5 tacklers and you get in the end zone. Every kid wants to score, and it's hard to tell an athlete who practices every day and maybe gets a chance to play not to run at all, but that right there was not a good thing.
Yeah, and it's not like Maple Shade. There's enough time on the clock that Maple Shade couldn't just simply take a knee, so you can understand why they're running plays, but those plays should be runs. You're throwing the ball on 4th down and 6 when you're up 20-0 to score another touchdown. That's questionable. So, and I know the Warrior coaching staff was not happy. There were some arms raised as they were looking across the field at the Maple Shade coaching staff.
Yes, and there's not much more we can say about that. 1:06 left here in the game. Maple Shade holding a 27-0 lead on the Warriors of Wildwood. Ed Gorski and Brian Kniff bringing you West Jersey football action on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Looking forward to a great season with you, Brian, here, bringing the action back to the sports fans of Cape May County and around the world.
We've got at least a 7-game schedule. We may be able to add a game or 2 more, perhaps, as things go, but we'll see. Santiago will pick up a bouncing kick, and he's going to try to turn the corner, and he can't. That's a good play there.
Santiago on a carry, trying to take it to the outside, brought down by number 1.
By Nicholas Stanton to wrestle him down with 56 seconds to go.
We have 56 seconds left in the game. 1st and 10. Wildwood at the 20-yard line.
So Wildwood 1st and 10 at their own 20. And we'll see if they try to throw the ball downfield in an effort to get a score or if they just keep it on the ground to try to get out of here. Down 4 scores with 56 seconds left.
Yeah, we'll be back here, Brian, in 2 weeks on September 11th when Wildwood hosts Gateway after we do the game at Lower Cape May next week against Gloucester.
With a gain of about,
so we will be able to bring more Warrior action to the fans.
we have timeout on the field.
Well, Santiago picked up 3 there. Wildwood called a timeout. And this may be I think this is more a teaching moment for Coach Loomis to go out and just say, hey, let's make sure we handle things right. We lost this game. We'll bounce back and make sure we handle things right at the end of the game here.
At 6 p.m.
But Maple Shade,
when the Warriors take on Holy Cross,
is going to win this game 27-0, barring a big play here by Wildwood with 39 seconds left.
Thank you for coming to Wildwood's home opener today.
So Maple Shade, hey, it's a long ride down here for the Wildcats, but it certainly will be an enjoyable one on the way home as they will exit here at 1-0.
And last year they didn't get a win till
last game of the season.
Yeah, last game of the season. So they're actually on a 2-game win streak moving forward.
So 40 seconds left in the game.
So Wildwood's got to get back to the drawing board and work on a few things. One being the run game. One being taking care of the ball. They have the discipline, like you say, that they're not getting hit with bad penalties. They need to take care of the ball a little bit better. Defense did not play that bad today.
No, not at all.
and
so there's a little issue with the time here. The officials are putting some more time back on the clock. There's 46 seconds left now. Clock will start on the snap. They hand it off to Santiago, and he's wrapped up right away. Kai Council, first player for Maple Shade to get in there. Wildwood calls another timeout.
And another Wildwood timeout with 38 seconds left.
That was a loss of 2 on the play. And now I'm starting to think, Ed, that these timeouts are being called as Wildwood's way to express their disdain over that touchdown pass, with a minute to go, and Maple Shade leading by 3 scores.
And like you said, the long bus ride home, the day just got longer.
Yeah, exactly.
The longer we're here.
Yeah, we're gonna make them wait.
Yeah,
and we're gonna call a timeout after every play here. So
not saying that that's what happened. We're just
speculating here. And I believe Wildwood is out of timeouts. I'm not sure.
It looks like they are out of timeouts.
So now we're being told they may have only used 2. They might not have used 1 earlier in the half, but we'll see what happens here on this next play.
I'm sure Coach Loomis will get back to it come Tuesday. Holiday weekend, the kids aren't in school until Tuesday. I'm sure they'll practice and get ready for their game against Holy Cross, hopefully with a full contingent of players, and firm things up and then hopefully move forward. They have some talent. They have some grit. They just have to have a little more luck go their way.
They will throw here. This is caught on the outside by Owen Bannon, freshman.
Number 13 of Wildwood.
And that's a gain of about 2.
I'm pretty happy to say, Brian, we've been through the whole broadcast, and you haven't mentioned once about the Micah Parsons trade.
Yeah, well,
so
that's a sinking ship. 27-0. That'll be the final play as Wildwood doesn't have any timeouts left. 27-0. Maple Shade will win it over Wildwood in the opener. For Sean Kniff on our camera, for Matt Ulmer, our executive producer, For Ed Gorski, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Once again, Maple Shade 27, Wildwood nothing. Enjoy and be safe over the Labor Day weekend. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live.